This is Trey Alvey with your 28storms.com Sunday, April 10th afternoon update. And we have a severe weather outbreak looming, so let's get down to looking at everything. A quick look at the water vapor imagery shows our storm system from yesterday, a shortwave trough that kicked off numerous tornadoes across Iowa, and that has moved off to the northeast. However, now our larger long wave trough is being into the picture, and that's going to be the main player for our severe thunderstorms later this afternoon and this evening. And the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center has a moderate risk across most of Wisconsin, far southeastern Minnesota, northeastern portions of Iowa, and far northwestern Illinois. And they have 15% probabilities of tornadoes within 25 miles of one point, and also hail 45%, wind 30% over a much larger area. So there's definitely a risk for a severe weather outbreak today across portions of the upper Midwest. The latest surface analysis from the HPC currently has the low over central Minnesota, and this is quickly moving off to the northeast throughout this afternoon, and our warm front is stretched across southeastern Minnesota and over into Wisconsin and areas further east. And as the low pressure moves further northeast, this warm front is also going to move further north into portions of northern Wisconsin throughout the afternoon. And another image of surface analysis shows currently our best backed surface winds are located mostly over Wisconsin and over into northeastern Wisconsin, and this is closer to the warm front, and areas further back towards the west over in southeastern Minnesota, the winds have veered more out of the southwest, so the low level shear isn't quite as good for those areas. However, most of Wisconsin is experiencing very good low level shear right now, and that will actually only increase during the evening hours as the low level jet strengthens. Latest visible satellite imagery shows numerous clouds over Wisconsin, northern Illinois, and eastern Iowa, and this has been lifting northeastward throughout the day. Currently it's just been showers and elevated convection. Now looking back further to the west, closer towards the cold front, you can see there's some cumulus bands trying to form, and this is the area I definitely look for convection to begin developing within the next couple hours across northeastern Iowa as this continues to push quickly eastward. This is the 18Z upper air sounding from Minnesota, and you can see there's definitely a lot of instability, and there is still a capping inversion right here. Right now convective inhibition is around -50 to -100 joules per kilogram. So we're going to need a little bit more daytime heating and a little bit more forcing to come in before convection can develop. However, the cap is certainly eroded a lot since earlier this morning and should be completely eroded in the next couple hours, with convection quickly developing and going supercellular. The latest instability graphic from the mesoscale analysis from the Storm Prediction Center shows instability ranging from 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram in this area, and the light blue shading is indicative of capping, and across most of Wisconsin there's currently strong capping, especially areas further north, so the stronger forcing is going to need to come into play before convection can develop up there. However, you can see closer to the cold front, most of the convective inhibition is completely gone. So that's why we're expecting supercells to develop in the next couple hours across this area. One of the driving forces behind why there will be supercell storms developing this afternoon is because we have very strong deep layer shear. This here is the 0.6 kilometer bulk shears, and they're in excess of 70 knots across much of the moderate risk area. Normally you want to look for values greater than 40 for supercells. So certainly the shear is there for storms to quickly become supercells later this afternoon. And looking at the latest helicities, this is normally a value you want to look for when determining tornado potential. And you typically want to have values greater than 100 for an increased risk of tornadoes, and values greater than 250 for an increased risk of strong tornadoes. And across much of the southern regions, The low-level shear is really not that strong right now. However, this will increase during the evening hours as the low-level jet strengthens, and it's certainly already in place across portions of northern Wisconsin, where we have values in excess of 200, even up to 500, closer to the warm front. And finally, a quick look at the HRRR. It's a high-resolution model, and it's run out for 15 hours every hour in 1-hour increments. And it's developing convection across much of Wisconsin down towards southeastern Minnesota and far portions of northeastern Iowa later this afternoon by 21Z, which is around 4 p.m. So it definitely is showing storms quickly becoming supercellular. Overall, the biggest threats this evening will be the risk for severe hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes, with an increased risk of tornadoes, especially near the warm front, as low-level shear will be maximized in that region. And because storms will be moving very fast during the evening and overnight hours, this will create a dangerous situation. So stay tuned to NOAA for your latest warnings throughout this evening and into the overnight hours.